Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's live stream. Today we are going to be talking about Minecraft Education Edition, and this may be a version that you're not necessarily familiar with. It's not the same as the Bedrock Edition or the Java Edition, but it's a specific version from Microsoft that allows us to add some code blocks within the game. So we're going to use Microsoft's version of Scratch. It's called MakeCode. We're going to use it within the Minecraft environment. So they've set this up so that we can use code blocks to manipulate the Minecraft world. I want to welcome anybody. If this is your first time watching, every Thursday afternoon we just do some coding exercises, talking about some games that work well with coding, and just try to have a little bit of fun and learn something on Thursday afternoon. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's jump right into Minecraft Education Edition, though. Okay, so for the most part, the beginning looks the same, and if you start playing the world, honestly, it's very similar to Bedrock Edition. There's not a whole lot different when we are starting up a game and doing this. So I'm gonna create new world. It does make it easier to join others in your world. So this is really set up for classrooms. So a teacher could create a world and easily have all of the students join into that. I know it's easy sometimes to set up, create your own LAN with Bedrock Edition, or create your own server and have people join you. But this version makes it so much simpler. There's um, just yeah, it's set up really well for that. So I'm going to create a new world, and I'm going to do this in creative right now and click play. So I can click play or host, or I can edit classroom settings. If you're an educator and want to use this version of your classroom, you can do that. They've also got a lot of great tutorials and great classroom exercises that would allow you to do some science experiments within Minecraft, talk about different mathematic principles within Minecraft. And we all know Minecraft is great for building and for repeating patterns and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely great in the classroom as well. So I'm gonna go find an empty spot in my world. I typically do that just so that I'm away from. I don't have to worry about trees getting in the way or anything else going on. So the great thing about this version of Minecraft, I'm going to go ahead and show the controls. Is I can, if you look over on the left, you'll see forward, back, left, right, jump, all of that. That's the same as our other versions of Minecraft. E for inventory, but then you see this button that says C for code builder. And this is how we're going to open up Microsoft MakeCode within our environment. So I'm going to click on C. You can choose your editor. Actually, you can use Python with this as well. I haven't done that before, but Python is a really great. Once you advance from block-based programming languages, meaning you drag and drop commands or instructions, Python is a really great tool to start typing with as a programming language because it forces a lot of good habits that will carry over to other coding that you do later on. Plus, there's a lot of support for it. So it's a great language to look at after get past block coding. Make sure. I'm going to click on the code builder, and I'm going to click on new project. So you set up projects in here, and I'm just going to call this a test project. And this looks very similar to other coding environments you may have used before. So this is very similar to Scratch, or we did a few lessons on MakeCode if you want to check back on those that we did on some of the live streams. But these are some blocks, and we can actually use JavaScript as well to be able to work through these blocks. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to actually give a command to make it rain chickens down on my screen. So I'm going to change this chat command right here, this block, and this is an event listening block. This is one of those blocks that is just setting out here, waiting for this special thing to happen, this chat command. And instead of run, I'm going to type in chicken. because that's what I want. This is going to be descriptive of what we're doing with this command. And then I'm going to go over into the side, and we can look at some of the blocks that are available. And we click on basic. I think I might have to zoom this out. It's jumping up way too big once I open the blocks up. But over here on the left, these are our categories of code blocks. Whenever we're coding something, we're just giving instructions. That's all that coding is giving instructions in order. We just have to tell the computer when to run those instructions. So on the chat command chicken, I'm going to spawn an animal. And actually, it could be any animal. So if you want to change your command, if you end up doing a Minecraft Education Edition, you can change this on your own. And I want it to spawn at 0 and 10, actually 10 and 0. So for those of you that know the coordinate system within Minecraft, we know that 0 is the x-axis. The second number is the y-axis. So y meaning up and down, and z is another three-dimensional axis that could vary depending on where we're standing on the stage. But that's going to be our first code block. Really simple. Drag that block over that says whenever they type something in the chat command that says chicken, I'm going to spawn an animal 10 units above where I'm at now. I can click play, come back into my world. Now, if I start to chat, type in chicken, click enter, unknown command chicken, please check that the command exists and that you have permission to use it. And there it is. I had the slash in front of it. It didn't like the slash. So got rid of the slash, and there's my chicken. Another really cool thing, once you start using make code, you have this little helper. It's called your agent. You can actually control your agent within the coding environment as well. It's sort of a helper. You can make your agent travel around, grab things for you. It just sort of adds this kind of robot in the game that you can control and move. So I'm going to go ahead and try that again. Chicken. I have to look up when I do that. So I've got to arrange, and now it's falling on me. All right, really simple. Added a chicken, made it fall. Well, that's not all that exciting, right? If we're gonna code something, we might as well do it so that it's fun. So let's add a loop. So a loop in code lets us run the same command over and over and over again, as many times as we choose. So I'm going to bring this repeat 4 times, put that spawn animal chicken egg inside of that. I'm actually going to do this 20 times. Make it rain chicken. So on the chat command chicken, repeat 20 times, spawn chicken 10 units above me. Now I have this inside of the repeat loop because that's how we tell the repeat loop what to do. If I had it under it, the repeat loop has nothing in here. It would do nothing 20 times, and then it would spawn once underneath of that. So we don't want that. We want it to spawn 20 times. Click play. Now I type in my chat chicken again, and we have it raining chickens because all of them came down at once. Right? And so if you want to get a little more crazy with that, we can spawn something else. What do we say here? A parrot? Ocelot? What do we think? Have any suggestions on what we should spawn next? What you like from tropical fish, panda, fox? I'm going to do, I don't know. Let's do some pigs. So this time it's going to spawn a pig. Notice that I'm telling it to do this on the chat command chicken. So it doesn't matter what I name this. It's going to run whatever's inside of this. So even if I'm spawning pigs, my command is saying, I want you to run this command when I type in chicken. And 20 pigs fell off. If you want that effect a little bit more, then you would actually make them go up higher. Make it go up higher and repeat more times. You can repeat this a lot. And some people have lagged out their games. Some of our students have when they do this in the class because they want to spawn thousands of. All right, we have the pigs coming after us. And many of them died on that because I was actually too high. So that's that's what happens when they get too high and we drop them down. All right, let's try another command in here. I want to, maybe I want to let my character get a special power if they eat an apple. All right, so let's see if we can do that. So these event listeners say on start. So this is at the beginning of the game. Whenever we've started up the game, whatever's inside of this block will be run. And that's not what I want. On chat command, chicken is not what I want. I want it when they use an item. So I'm going to look for another event listener that has something to do with items. On item used. And it has this handy little drop down where we can choose which item we want. So whenever we use an apple, I'm going to apply some haste to my character. So let's see if I can find that. The great thing about this tool versus some of them before, like Scratch, I can actually search if I'm going to apply and drag that in. So apply speed, haste to yourself. And I'm going to do that duration 10, amplifier 120, which is half of what we can do with that. All right, and you guys that are more familiar with Minecraft may notice that on many of these, it's the same sequence when we're typing in commands directly into the Minecraft chat. So sometimes if we say we have a spawn, we tell it what animal, and then we tell it where that happens. These code blocks are set up the exact same way. So they're using the format that you might be familiar with in Minecraft when you're doing when you're running commands in there. Teleport, TP. They're just expanding it and making it into a code block so that it's easier to just drag over and use if we wanted to do that. And it also uses this like at S so that you know that it's yourself, at P, nearest player, at R. So if you're familiar with running commands from within Minecraft, this should be very, very straightforward and familiar to you. I'm going to click play, give myself an apple. All right, and then I'm going to set the time for this daytime again. Time set day. You might be familiar with that. So I'm going to eat an apple. And I've got the haste applied to me. Let me give myself a pickaxe or something so that I can. Only lasts for 10 seconds. Over here to the trees. And eat the apple again. Giving me that haste. I can apply other effects to my player. I'm going to click C and go back. Say I'll just do speed. See how that works. I think that's easier to see sometimes, at least for me. Yeah. So I'm definitely running faster. No. Now I'm going to get stuck in a cave. All right. Back to normal speed, eat the apple, and then take off. Super speed. Okay, so let's try one more code block that we have here. Let's modify, actually, yeah, let's just modify and make the agent do something to that. Okay, so we want to do stuff with the agent. Remember that robot character that's on the screen? So I'm going to say when I give the command, say TP, I want my agent to teleport to me. And then whenever I give another command, maybe move forward, I want my agent to move forward by 5. That gives me some ways to move my agent around on the screen. I'll bring these down here and group them together. So whenever I type in the chat command TP, the agent's going to come to me, and then I'm going to give him a command to move forward and move forward by 5. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to chat. Agent, nope, came right to me. Let's see if I can make him go forward into the water. Oh, he was facing the wrong direction. 3, 4, 5. Give him some room to move forward there. All right. All right, so my agent moved forward. And let's, again, make it a little bit more fun for us on this last little command that we're doing. On chat command, go. I want the agent to, let's see what it can do. You can destroy a block, you can interact, you can attack, you can collect, you can inspect the block. I'm just going to have the agent just move around and collect things on my world forever. Actually, because it's, let's do this. Let's repeat this for 1,000 times. I want the agent to destroy whatever's in front of it. I want the agent to move forward 1. I want the agent to collect whatever, and then have this 1,000 times. And then I can make that agent come back to me because I have that teleport command that I created earlier. So the command is go. Let's see, T and go. And we see my agent going through. It should come through on the other side of the mountain here. Nothing to destroy here. They're on the same plane because that's where it started out, the same level it was before. And there goes my agent, just destroying something all across the world that is going on. All right, so just some logistic information. Whenever we are using, we want Minecraft Education Edition. It's actually you have to buy a license from Microsoft, and that's a little bit more complex to do that. So you have to log in online, and Microsoft has this whole way of getting you set up for that. The licenses aren't super expensive. I think they're like $10 a piece for a year to have access to Minecraft Education Edition. And it also gives you access to all of their tutorials and everything else that's going along with that. But it is a little bit more complex process. So if you have any questions about that, if you're interested in Minecraft Education Edition, then reach out to us via chat or via the comments, and we'd be happy to try to help you with that, try to make sure that that's working for you. But appreciate you tuning in. Thanks so much. We will be back next week, and hopefully we will see you soon. Happy coding. Have a good day. Bye.